I welcome you to this facilitation of BUS 406. I'm Sufian and Jelili today. Our topic for today is assignment model. Let me share my screen so that everyone will see what I'm talking about. So this is my screen. Our outline of the topic. The first one is definition of assignment model, objectives and types of assignment model, then steps of the assignment model, and the last one we are going to look at the exercise, as in the practical class of assignment model. Now, what is assignment model? Assignment model is a special case of transportation problem where we supply the matrix table represent the availability of resources such as man, vehicle, and produce. Let's look at the objectives and types of assignment model. The objective of assignment model says that no job is allotted to more than one worker. What they are trying to say is this: there is no way you will assign two jobs to a worker, at least one job per person. After the person finishes the job, you can now allocate another job to the worker. Then two, total time taken to complete a job is minimum, while three is the work done is cost effective. Now let's look at the types of assignment model. We have two types of assignment model. One is balanced assignment model, and the second one is unbalanced assignment model. Balanced assignment model is where we have the total number of columns equal to the total number of rows. That is, if you are having 4 rows, definitely you must have 4 columns. While the unbalanced assignment problem says that the total number of columns not equal to the total number of rows. That is, when we are given 5 rows and we have 4 columns, that's what we call unbalanced assignment problem. So let's look at the solution. We have steps. When we are talking of assignment problem, we have steps that we need to follow in assignment model. We have step 1. Step 1 says, in the given matrix, subtract the smallest element in each row from every element of that row. While step 2 says, reduce matrix obtained from step 1, subtract the smallest element in each column from every element of that column. Step 3, draw the minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines to cover all zeros in the reduced matrix obtained from step 2 in the following ways. Now, let's look at step 4. If the number of lines drawn in step 3 are equal to the number of columns or rows, then it is optimal solution. Otherwise, we go to step 5. And step 5 says, select the smallest element among all the uncovered elements. While step 6, which is the last one, go to step 3 and repeat the procedure until the number of assignments become equal to the number of row or column. Now, let's solve one example on balanced assignment model. For example, this is the question, this is the profits, while this is the plants. We have 4 profits, 1, 2, 3, 4, while 4 plants, A, B, C, D. This is our row, this is our row, all this is our row. The one highlighted is row. So why the column? This is the column. Our column, just let me highlight any one of it. From 1, 8, 6, 4, and 1 is our column. Now, let's follow the steps of assignment problem. Step 1 says, select the smallest element in the matrix table and subtract it from all other corresponding elements in that particular row, as in the row 1. For example, this is our row 1 now, 8, 9, 4, 1. And the smallest is what? 1. So let's call this one row reduction. Row reduction. Let's call it row reduction. Then the smallest element in this first row in the first row is 1. So we have to minus 1 from 8, from 9, and 4. So 1 minus 8, we have 7. Let me unmute you so that if you have any question, you can. If you have any question, you can ask. Hold on, let me unmute you. So let me unmute you. So today you can also let me unmute you as well. So that if you have any question, you can ask.
Sir.
Right, so if you have any question, you can ask. What I'm saying is this. This is our first row, 8, 9, 4, 1. And this is the second row, 6, 7, 5, 8. The first row, the smallest unit is 1. So we have to minus 1 from 8, from 9, and 4. So we call it row reduction. So 1 minus 8 give us what? 7. So we put 7 here. The next one, 1 minus 9 give us what?
8.
We put the 8 under 2. Let's put 8. Then the third one, 1 minus 4 is what? 3. So we put the 3 here. And the last one, 1 minus 1, give us what? 0. So we put 0 here. 0. So we do the same thing for second row. From this 6, 7, 5, 8. What is the smallest unit? 6, 7, 5, 8 is 5. Okay? 5 minus 6. That is 1. 5 minus 7. That is 2. Then 5 minus 5 is what?
0.
So we put 0. Then 5 minus 8 is 3. So let's put 3. So that is the second row. Let's go to the third row now. This is 3. This is 3. Why this is 0. Now let's go to the third row. The smallest from 4, 3, 5, 12 is what?
3.
Is 3. So 3 minus 4. That's 1. Then 3 minus 3.
0.
That's 0. Then 3 minus 5.
2.
That's 2. Then 3 minus 12.
9.
9. Good of you. So let's look at the last one. We have 1, we have 3, we have 6, and we have 3. What is the smallest?
1.
1 minus 1.
0.
Then 1 minus 3.
2.
2. 1 minus 6.
4.
6 is 5.
5.
And 1 minus 3. 2. That is 2. So let me change this color to white. So this is step 1 now. Let's go back to the step again. Step 1 says, in the given matrix, subtract the smallest element in each row from every element of that row. That is what we just did now. So, and step 2 says, reduce matrix obtained from step 1. Subtract the smallest element in each column from every element of that column. Now, this is our step 1 now. So you have subtract the smallest.
There's a mistake in the second row.
Let's go to the column reduction now.
There's a mistake in the second row.
1 minus 6.
Yes.
The 3 is supposed to be 0.
3 is supposed to be 0. Then
this second row, the smallest is 5.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this one should be 3. This one should be 3. This one should be 0.
Yes.
So this one should be 3. Okay, thank you. So let's go to the column reduction now. So let's bring the row reduction down to here so that we use it as example. Row reduction. So the step 2 says column reduction. Let me put column reduction. Column reduction. Column reduction. So let's go back to the step 1. Let us move all the figure we have in step 1 here. So these are step 1. We have 7830. So that we use it for our step 2.
Yeah.
We have 7
8
3
0. Then the second row. So the second row, we have 1 2 0 3. 1 2 0 3.
3.
So the third row. So the third row we have 1029.
Yes.
So that we use this to do our column reduction.
1029.
Let's say we have 1 0 2 9. Let me close the gap. One 0
2 9.
2 9. So let me move this. And the last one, we have 0252.
0252.
So that last one we have 0252. 0 2
2
5 2. So this is our row. I just move it from that place to here so that we use it to do our column reduction. Now, our column reduction says from the reduced matrix in step 1. So we can now make use of that one as our column reduction. Now, this is the column now. This is the column side. From 7 1 1 0. That is column. 8 2 0 2. That is column. 3 0 2 5. That is column. 0 3 9 2. That is column. Now, in this first column, from 7 down to 0, what is the smallest? We have 7 1 1 0. What is the smallest?
0
0. Now, we now minus this 0 from 7, from 1 and 1. So 0 minus 7. So give us 7.
7.
Let me move this so that. So 0 minus 7, we have 7.
7.
Then 0 minus 1 is 1.
1.
0 minus 1 again, 1.
1.
0 minus 0, 0.
0.
This is the second column. We have 8, 2, 0, 2. What is the smallest?
0.
Okay. 0 minus 8, that's 8. 0 minus 2, 2. 0 minus 0,
0.
yes. 0 minus 2,
2.
Now, this is the third column now, from 3, 0, 2, 5. What is the smallest?
0.
0 minus 3,
3.
0 minus 0,
0.
then 0 minus 2,
2.
2. 0 minus 5,
5.
5. Okay. Then the last one, we have 0, 3, 9, 2. What is the smallest?
0.
0. 0 minus 0.
0.
0 minus 3
0.
is 3. 0 minus 3 is 3. 0 minus 9, 9. 0 minus 2, 2. Now, this is our column reduction now. This is the row reduction, while this is column reduction. Let's go back to the step again. Step 2 says reduce matrix obtained from step 1, subtracts the smallest element in each column from every element in that column. That is what we just did now. Now let's go to the step 3. Step 3 says draw the minimum number of vertical lines to cover all steps in the reduced matrix obtained from step 2 in the following way. Yes. Let's go back. This is our column. This is our row. So let's draw the horizontal and vertical lines to cover what? All zeros. Now, this our column now. This is what we are going to use to draw the vertical lines from 73830, 1203, 1029, 0252. Now, let's move this to draw our horizontal and vertical line. So first one, we have 7830. We have 7, 8, 3, 0. Eight, 3, 0. So the second one, we have 1203.
1203.
1203.
Okay, 1, 2, 0,
3.
So let's look at the third one.
Good morning. I'm
So
sorry.
the third one is 1029.
Running something with the parents. Okay.
1,
I'm taking their as much.
0,
So I was just wanting to see how it was going to work for me. I'm helping out how I'm coming here. So I said, let me test run it first before I inform you what
so let's do the last one.
it's going to work for me coming here by 9 or not. So that's what I was doing. So I said, let me.
So the last one is what? 0252. 0252.
But this is not since last week that you've been coming late now.
0252.
How many steps will it take from 27 to the 2? How many steps will it take?
0252. So now let's now look for the horizontal and vertical lines. Now let's look at this particular row now. This is the first row now. 7830. How many zeros do we have in the first row?
Just one.
1.
Yes.
How many zeros do we have in the second row?
1.
How many zeros do we have in the third row?
1.
How many zeros do we have in the fourth row?
1.
Now let's look at the column. How many zeros do we have in this column?
1.
How many zeros do we have in the second column?
1.
How many zeros do we have in the third column?
1.
How many zeros do we have in the fourth column?
1.
The rules of horizontal and vertical lines says that we have to cover one zero in either row or column. We have to draw a single line that will cover zero. That zero will fall under row and might fall under column. Now let's cover this first zero because we have this particular zero in the first row fall under row, also fall under what? Column. So let's cover the zero. Let's draw the line to cover the zero. You can cross the zero either vertical or horizontal. This is the zero. We have covered this. Let me change the line to black. Can you see it? Do we have any zero again in this line? We have covered the zero. Now, this is the second one now. Let's cover the second one. Let's cover the second one. Yes, we have covered the second one. And we have two left. We have this and this left. So let's cover the third one. Let's cover the third one. So we have covered the zero, making 3 zeros that we have covered.
Yes.
And I can't because of that.
So this is the last zero now. Let's cover the zero. That is the zero. So that means we have covered how many lines now? How many lines do we have now? That means we have covered together. How many?
Okay. We've covered 2 columns and 2 rows.
So how many lines? How many lines we have now?
The one I have now.
All lines, Abi?
Yes.
In the table, we have how many rows? 1, 2, 4. You have 4 rows, right? And in the column, you have how many rows? You have 4 rows.
4.
So let's look at the column. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 4 columns. We have 4 columns,
Yes.
we have 4 rows, and we have 4 lines. So everything tallied together now. So 4 rows, 4 columns, 4 lines. So those are the things that we have now. So let's continue.
Okay.
So in each row now, we need a zero that we need to box. We need 1 0 to cover the 0 now. You have already put the lines. We have 4 lines, we have 4 zeros, we have 4 columns, and we have 4 rows. Let's cover the 0 now.
You can't just.
Cover the 0 says what?
You can't just. It doesn't matter now.
Now.
No, that was not our agreement. They don't do things that way because these children, they used to disturb me a lot. I prefer that 9. I know that.
So let's cover the 0 now. Let me unmute you. So let's cover the 0. So let me move this figure. 7, 8,
3.
3,
3, 0.
0.
0 is covered.
And 0. Now, the second row now, we have 1, we have 2,
2,
we have 0, we have 3.
0, 3.
Then the third row, we have 1, we have 0, we have 2, then we have 9. Then the fourth row now, we have 0, we have 2,
2,
we have 5,
5,
and we have 2. So, cover the 0 says 1 0 must be in a box, and that 0 might fall in either row or column. If you look at this first row now, this 0 is under row. Likewise, this particular 0 is under what? Column. This particular 0 is under row, is also under what? Column. And we need a 0 in a box. So we have to box this particular 0 now. Let's box the 0. Because of time, let me use the simple sign as in just to show sign that we have boxed the 0. Let's box the 0. So let me use this to cover the 0. Now, so we have covered the 0 of that first row, and also what? The last column. This is the first row now. We have 1 0. This particular 0 also fall under what? Column 4. So we have covered this 0 now. So let's look at the second 0 now. This is the second 0 in the second row, and also the third column. So we have to cover this as well. So let's cover the 0. So we have covered the 0. Let me change it to black. This particular 0 now fall under second row. Also what? Yes. Fall under third column. So this is under 0. Let's cover the 0 again. We have covered the 0. This 0 fall under what? Third column, and under what? Fall under second column. Also fall under what? Third row. So let's cover the last one now, which is the first column and fourth row. Let's cover the last one. This is the last 0. So let's cover it. So let me put it in black. Now, so we have covered all the zeros that we have in the matrix table. Do we still have any other 0 that we need to cover?
No.
No. Now,
So,
let's now go back. This row now, how many column do we have in this first row in the step 1? How many 4 row?
4 rows, 4 column.
4 column. This is the step 2. How many row, how many column?
4 rows, 4 column.
Now, this is the horizontal. How many lines do we have here that we cross?
4 lines.
4 lines. Now, this is cover zeros now. How many zeros do we cover?
4.
4. That means we have reached the optimum solution because we have 4 lines, we have covered 4 zeros, we have 4 columns, and we have 4 rows. Now, let's do our optimal solution. Our optimal solution says all where we covered. So without going to take the number, we covered plant A under what? Profit what? 4. We covered plant A under profit 4. So we put plant A here now. We put plant A. So we have A under profit what? 4. So let's look at the second one. We covered plant B under profit what? 3. Yes. Plant B under profit 3. And the next one, we cover plant C under profit 2. Plant C under profit 2. Then the last one, we cover plant D under profit what? 1. Yes. Plant D under profit 1. Now, let's go back to the original question. Go back to the question. This is the question now. This is the plant A. And mind you, we covered plant A under profit 4. What is the value under profit 4? Plant A. What is the value that we cover? Is what? 1. Let's go back there.
1.
So we have to put 1 here. Under time. 1. So let's go back to the question again. We cover plant B under profit what? 3. So what do we have under 3?
5.
Covered. Is what? 5. Okay. 5. Yes. Then let's look at profits. Plant C under profits 2.
3.
Now we cover plant C under profit what? 2. What do you have under 2? Is 3.
3.
So let's put 3. And the last one now. We have plant D under profit 1. And what do you have under 1? We have 1. 1. So let's look at the summation. So what is the summation?
10.
Come in, let me remove this. So our summation is 10.
Yeah.
1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 1,
9.
10.
10.
So that is the final answer. So any question? Any question so far? So that is the final answer now. So we have reached the optimum solution. Any question?
Yes, sir.
Your question.
Sorry, that is step 1.
Step 1.
When you have to subtract the lowest number from the first row. What if you have like 2 lowest numbers?
You have 2 lowest number.
Yes. Like
If you have 2 lowest number. For example, if you let's assume you have 3 here now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. This is the place.
Yes.
For example, this is 1 now. And we have another lowest number, which is 1. Is that what you are saying?
1 again. Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So far, it is the same lowest number. Just pick anyone there.
Okay.
Just pick anyone. Our next class will be on balance assignment problem. Don't worry. I'm going to solve another question that we are going to have two lowest number in either row or column in our next class.
Okay.
So any question again?
No, sir.
No question. So I thank you for listening. So we meet next class. Thank you and stay blessed.
Thank you, sir.